The game type is going to be elimination, and the map is Javelin 4. The rules are as follows. You have to use a hand cannon and a sniper, and no 3 peeking. It's as easy as that. This is round 2 of the $1,000 tournament. They're pushing themselves one step closer. Whoever wins this has to face off against the legend, Cara Denise, in the semifinals. We'll see what happens here. The top screen is going to go to Myrrin, and the bottom screen is going to go to Nirvous. If you want to watch Hunter gameplay, focus on the top. Titan gameplay will be on the bottom. And we're going to zoom in and out based on whoever is winning the matchup to put a spotlight on them and see what strategies they're utilizing. So you can zoom in and see a little bit more of the screen as we go. Looks like Nirvous is going with a Fatebringer. I think that might be the first Fatebringer we've seen of the tournament. And Myrrin looks like he might be going in with the Last Word. We saw him utilize that in the last matchup. Now, Last Word is such a different hand cannon due to the range. It's a much more close quarters type weapon. So as Myrrin wants to, he can close that distance. He can land those hand cannon shots and win that engagement like that. No shotguns are allowed in the tournament. It's a hand cannon sniper only tournament. The Last Word can be really, really powerful, especially if you want to use it in close quarters combat. Let's see how round 1 goes. Let's see who's the aggressor here. Let's see who takes that round 1 momentum on Javelin 4. Myrrin's going to immediately grab some extra special ammo, so is Nerv. You're going to have 2 sniper shots. Myrrin's going to go push towards B. Nerv throws a smoke out. That's going to ping his radar. Oh, it wasn't a smoke. It was actually his suppressor grenade that went out immediately. Didn't land, though. Okay, they're going to meet each other on the backside of the rocket. Myrrin lands 1 Last Word shot. Uses dodge. Going to be a Last Word on the backside of the rocket. He lands another shot with that. He's super precise with this Last Word right now. The other advantage he gets by using Last Word is he's able to continue to look his radar. Nerv chases him down with that melee. Myrrin tries to counter with the weighted knife, and it doesn't actually land in that situation. I believe it hit the little strand ball that was created from Nirvous from all of that. So Nirvous taking a round 1 lead there, utilizing his abilities really smart, really strategically there. That behemoth melee is super powerful. Myrrin unable to counter it with the weighted knife. Both are going to load in more sniper ammo. They're going to push towards B this time. It's going to be a B challenge. A sniper shot's fired. It does not land. Nirvous is holding down that lane. They're going to meet at the diamond door, looks like. Both are going to challenge. Just a moment here. Nope. Myrrin's going to rotate around. Myrrin's going to play the zone, play the objective. Nirvous did fire off a sniper shot and it didn't land. Nirvous has no more sniper ammo, so it's just hand cannon for him. He lands those shots. Myrrin is very weak. Nirvous is pushing in for the finish. Unable to get that finish. Myrrin challenges. He gets hit by that strand ball. He's super weak. And it's a trade. The Last Word versus a melee trade. Wow, what a surprising trade there. Nirvous making a really smart play there to utilize that knockout and finish the engagement with that. While Myrrin plays a really strategic hand cannon Last Word game where he's basically just monitoring wherever you go and he's going to make sure to pepper you as soon as you peek anything. I like Myrrin's strategy, and it's such a difference in strategy that's happening right here. Looks like Nirvous is going to push to the outside right now. Myrrin's going to challenge him at the boxes here. A shot is fired. It doesn't land from either of them. Nirvous does have 3 sniper shots right now. He's up in the special ammo count. The suppressor grenade goes out. It doesn't land. Myrrin's going to peek this. Peeks it. It doesn't land. He hasn't fired the shot yet. Myrrin's waiting. He really wants to land the sniper shot. He's going to push out the Last Word. He has the advantage with this range here, but Nirvous landing these shots. Myrrin jumps in the air to evade the melee, and it's unsuccessful. Nirvous landing the hand cannon shots and winning that engagement. Okay, we're going to zoom in on Nerv's gameplay now. Nirvous strategizing really well here. Mouse and keyboard is taking a 2-0 lead in this situation. We're going to look at what Nirvous decides to do. Myrrin's gameplay is a little bit ahead of the latency from the Twitch latency. He's going to push in towards the diamond door. Nirvous flies in with that melee. He chooses to roam away. Myrrin has to reload the Last Word. He needed just 1 more shot. He couldn't land it. Nirvous challenges and hits that body shot. They're both extremely weak right now. Oh my gosh, the sniper exchange goes down. Nirvous lands another body shot. Myrrin's on the zone capturing it. This is going to put some pressure on Nirvous to actually have to challenge this. Myrrin's ready with that Last Word. He's going to tag him up as soon as he gets there. Last Word is going to start tagging him up. He goes in for the trade, unable to get it. Nirvous flies around the corner and hits him with that melee. Very good plays there. Myrrin's really trying to shut him down with that Last Word, but Nirvous is really game and really smart at evading those Last Word shots right now. All right, here we go. They're going to push towards the mid. It's going to be a rocket push for Nerv. Holding it down on Rocket, aiming towards B. Myrrin's in B right now. Myrrin's holding down the diamond door. Oh my gosh, and Nirvous lands a really nice snipe there. Just jiggle peeking that diamond door corner and immediately lands that headshot on Myrrin. Great plays from Nirvous there. Nirvous taking a 4-0 lead. Alright, see what Nirvous is up to. Why does it look like Nirvous is instantly regaining health from out of nowhere? That's because he has the aspect knockout, and so when he gets a melee kill, it immediately regenerates your health. That's part of his build kit that he's using. Alright, we're getting a challenge around the backside of Rocket. Looks like they might rotate both into B hallway. Nerv has a 4-0 lead. And he's going to push onto the zone. Myrrin's holding the zone down. Nerv's challenging us. Tags him one time. He pushes it with the last word. He's holding down the zone. Going to be a last word challenge here. And Myrrin wins that. There we go. Myrrin's getting some gameplay going. Round 1 for Myrrin in that situation. I think that Myrrin's strategy is actually a really good strategy to fight against a Titan. All he has to do is maintain his last word out and backpedal a little bit to keep distance and just land those shots. Now, landing those shots is not easy, but it is a really solid strategy. Nirvous, however, does have his super now. This is going to be a very different battle here. He's down on the round count. Myrrin lands the body shot there. He throws that trip mine. This is going to be really difficult for him. Myrrin pushes in, and Nirvous lands the snipe at the Rocket, and map 1 is going to go to Nirvous. Really good snipes from Nirvous there. Really good usage of his abilities. Really good job countering Myrrin's last word range. Great stuff.
You have 2 suspensions in the main. Yeah. It's so tough.
GG's, guys. Good stuff. We're going to go on to map 2. Feel free to swap hosts if you want. And it will be on Burnout.
You can keep us. I don't think it matters that much.
Alrighty, priority.
How you feeling about his abilities there, Myrrin?
It's very hard to play Prism Titan without Prism Titan.
That's what I'm saying. Prism Titan just has everything.
Yeah.
Prism Titan is powerful for sure. I think that you're utilizing that you got like the last word to kind of maintain that distance. It seems like it's a good strat, but it's tough still because he's able to thrust her around, melee around, make it really difficult for you to track him. That's a real clash of styles. It's interesting to see him. Best of luck on the next map, guys.
Thank you.
Here we go, here we go. You can hear Myrrin's frustration a little bit. He's like, oh, you got this ability that's doing that, and this ability is doing that. Prismatic Titan is really powerful right now. Probably one of the more powerful classes. We've seen a lot of people choose to select that in these 1v1s. Now you might be thinking to yourself, well, Lucky, why don't you nerf or ban some of the Prismatic Titan stuff so that way it's a little bit more of a fair playing field for Titan Hunter and Warlock? And while that would be a good idea and that would maybe create a more balanced sandbox, a more skillful 1v1 in some ways, I really want to keep true to the spirit of what Destiny 2 is right now in this moment. So whatever the sandbox is right now, everything's allowed. So it's December 8th, 2024. I guarantee you 6 months from now, it's not going to be Prismatic Titan. It's going to be something else. It's going to be Solar Warlock. It's going to be Stasis, Hunter, who knows, whatever it's going to be, right? It's going to be something different. It's always rotating the meta inside Destiny 2. And so we get to see the shine. And we have seen Prismatic Titans lose these 1v1s. So don't just think that using Prismatic Titan is a guaranteed win by any means. It does require a good amount of skill to go with that. You have to know how to use those abilities, use that movement. And of course, you still have to land your shots. Last round alone, we saw Nirvous land several snipes to win him rounds. It wasn't just all ability fest. Here we go. Map number 2 between Myrrin and Nirvous. Myrrin on the top screen, Nirvous on the bottom screen. They're going to meet on the bridge. That knife goes out. Oh my gosh, I thought he was about to do it to him. The knife went out and it didn't land. They're going to meet in the backside of the spawn here. Got that last word out and ready. And Nirvous with that Fatebringer. Another new hand cannon we haven't seen in the other previous days. Myrrin absolutely hunts him down with that last word. My God. Myrrin looking like he had somewhere to be right there. He was just completely ran at Nirvous and landed all those last word shots. Holy crap. That was a great play from him there. He takes the first round on the round count, so the momentum goes in his favor now. They're going to meet immediately in the middle. That Behemoth melee goes out. It doesn't land. Myrrin lands the best of that, and it's a trade with the melees. You got to be careful. You get a little too close to your opponent there, it's going to be a melee battle, and those melee battles are very, very often a trade. Just due to there's like a time delay to the melee, so it's like almost like you get enough time to throw your melee, and they get enough time to throw their melee, and it allows for the trade. That doesn't progress the round count at all. It remains a 1-0 round count. And we saw like last time, Nirvous actually got his super before Myrrin, which was different in the round 1 situation. In round 1, Myrrin actually got his super faster than Arbitizer, was able to utilize that Blade Barrage. Both have a super that's basically similar in that it's a shutdown. They're not really going to counter each other out. They could each just win around with it if they choose to use it. They're going to meet on top of the bridge here. Myrrin is playing bottom bridge, and Nirvous is playing top bridge. Myrrin's going to rotate back to the zone. This is a really good play right here. This is going to put pressure on Nerv to actually challenge. He does challenge. Myrrin gets that first shot off. He flies in with that melee. Myrrin successfully evades that. He got him trapped in the corner. But, oh my gosh, Nirvous is able to fly out and still land the melee even after all of that. I thought Myrrin had him there. He had him trapped in the corner, dead to rights, was going to win that engagement. But Nirvous, utilizing that mouse and keyboard movement, was able to quickly slide across the ground there. And like we've seen before with controller, you know, you have that aim assist, it really helps you land those shots, but you can't move as fast. Like you can turn your thumbstick sensitivity up really high, can help, but it's not quite as precise or as efficient as a mouse and keyboard movement. I think maybe we saw that weigh against Myrrin there a little bit. Now, even though that may weigh against him in a little bit of movement, it definitely does not weigh against him in the aim here. You're going to see some crazy last word shots here, I'm sure, because Myrrin lands these shots. I called that even before it happened. I called exactly what's happened. Myrrin with that last word is disgusting. He is very, very good with this. If you get in that range against him, he's going to shut you down every time. So that's the clash of styles that we're really seeing here between the mouse and keyboard and between controller, is movement versus lethality with aim, basically, and consistency with aim. Myrrin's going to have a really consistent last word shot due to using a controller, but Nirvous is going to have a really crazy movement due to using mouse and keyboard. Myrrin gets suppressed there. It doesn't really affect the engagement though. Myrrin's up in the round count 2-1. He's going to meet Nirvous back in the back spawn here. He lands those shots. He is 1 HP. He's going to try and close it out here. Nirvous hiding in the corner, and Myrrin is able to successfully close it out that time. Nirvous tried to jump out of the corner and do what he did earlier, where he slides quickly across that lane, making Myrrin have to track onto him, landing a couple shots and trying to get that knockout melee, but Nirvous was unable to do so this time. Myrrin strategized for that and was ready, and he actually takes the round count 3-1. Myrrin taking a solid lead here on Burnout, up 2 rounds. Gonna grab another sniper shot. There actually hasn't been much sniping at all in the second map lineup here. Been almost all last word from Myrrin. He throws that knife out there. It unfortunately hits the corner there. That does happen, and doesn't land a kill on that time. Myrrin's gonna push back to the zone. This is an excellent strategy here. So we'll get Nirvous pushing out towards him, and it does already. Even before he gets to the zone, Nirvous knows he doesn't want to let him start capturing that. It immediately gets that reaction out of players. Good players know that you have to play the objective. They tag each other both up with a body shot. He's hiding behind that wall there. He's going to go for the finish. Goes for the finish, and Myrrin successfully gets the finish and is able to maintain the distance away from Nirvous to not allow him to punch him like he has in previous rounds. Myrrin is really changing up his strategy here, and he's really able to shut down Nirvous and his Behemoth Titan melee and his whole prismatic subclass kit that he's using. Myrrin has really adjusted very well from map 1 to map 2. And he seems like he kind of has Nirvous's number now. He's able to keep him in that exact range he wants him in and consistently last word kill him. Sniper goes out. Sniper shots do not land successfully for either person. They're going to meet towards the bridge here. Myrrin's on top bridge. Nirvous is playing back towards the rotator. Nirvous grabs another special ammo shot. He's got 2. Myrrin has exactly 0 shots right now, so it's going to be all last word for Myrrin. Myrrin's going to capture the zone a little bit. This is going to put pressure on Nirvous. Nirvous throws that nade out. It's at 50% capture right now. Nirvous is going to have to push in here in a moment. Myrrin knows this, and he's ready with this last word. He's also... Oh my god! He's using Lucky Pants right there, and he has a legally modded holster, so he peeks that corner, and he just absolutely beams Nirvous there. What a crazy round. What an impressive adjustment from map 1 to map 2 for Myrrin. This is going to be incredible to see what happens in map 3. Is he going to be able to continue that momentum, or will Nirvous be able to adjust? Great stuff, guys. Now we're going to go do overtime map. It's going to be map 3. Dead Cliffs. Winner of this progresses onto round 3.
Good when you are.
Pretty good. How are you feeling about Myrrin's last word shot there, Nerv?
It's scary. I keep peeking it, thinking like, you know, he can get like 1 or 2 shots off and then I can heal, but I'm just dead.
Yeah, it's lethal for sure. All right, best of luck to you guys.
Thank you.
All right, I want to get a feel for how they're getting, how they're getting frustrated within the matchup. Sometimes someone uses a certain ability, maybe it's a melee, maybe it's a class ability, maybe it's a gun, and can really get you out of your rhythm, get you frustrated, and that emotion, that playing emotionally will really weigh against you. But it seems like Nirvous is cool as a cucumber. He's ready to go. He knows exactly what Myrrin's strengths are. That last word, playing in that last word range. Can he successfully play against that on this one? The first matchup, it seemed like he was able to really utilize the Prismatic Titan abilities to his advantage and just completely run through Myrrin on map 1. But then we saw the complete opposite on map 2. Myrrin almost completely ran through him. He completely adjusted from that. So are we going to see a sweep here? Or are we going to see a crazy round 9 matchup between these two skilled players? Myrrin in the top screen, Nirvous in the bottom screen. Let's get it started. Oh, I'm nervous right now. His name is Nirvous, and I'm nervous. I'm nervous for him. I'm nervous for the outcome of this matchup. This is a crazy one. All right. Here it is. Special ammo for Myrrin right off the bat. He's going to push towards the mill. That's where the zone's at. Myrrin's being really smart and strategic. He's almost always going towards the objective. There's that trip mine in there. Throws his knife out. Suppressor grenade goes out. It does land, but he's suppressed currently. He's swapped to Hawk Moon this time, so it looks like Nirvous is going to play Hawk Moon. Myrrin's got that illegally modded holster. He's got that hand cannon ready. He throws the... Oh my gosh, what a crazy trade again. What a different clash of styles. Nirvous really utilizing his Prismatic Titan kit and trying to utilize those abilities. Myrrin trying to counter it with his last word. Now, the problem with this is Nirvous does not have infinite abilities here. You have to recharge those abilities each time. And so even though it was a trade, you can see on the screen there, he's used all of his abilities, but Myrrin has not. Myrrin has infinite last word ammo. He just keeps shooting the last word over and over again. He's never going to run out of that. He's going to be able to play this strategy, whereas Nirvous is not going to be able to do that. Nirvous is going to have to win this engagement with either Hawk Moon or Sniper this round. They're going to meet each other on the other side of the mill. Myrrin has this really advantageous spot. Both... Oh, no. Myrrin gets hit by a body shot, but his sniper... Oh, his sniper shot did land as well. They both exchange body shots. Myrrin lands the snipe on the top side, though, taking round 1 against Nirvous. We're going to zoom in on Myrrin's gameplay here. So you can see there a real good clash of styles. So the first round up, very ability heavy. Everyone used their abilities at that point. They used their class ability, their melee, their grenade. The second round up, they don't have those abilities, so they're going to have to lean into something else. They're going to have to land sniper shots. They're going to have to land their primaries. And it turned into a really nice sniper duel out. Now those abilities are slowly getting charged up again. We may see some abilities come in to play later in this round or maybe next round. And we'll see if they're able to win some rounds using that. Looks like Myrrin has really closed the distance on him here. He's tagged him up once. He knows exactly what he's going for. Goes in for that melee kill, and it's another trade. Wow, what a crazy matchup. Myrrin runs a big risk pushing in with this last word. Here's why. The last word is best utilized at close range like that. However, Nirvous can also... He's on a Titan, and he's going to get knockout. So you have to risk the ability for him to get that knockout. You have to play the last word at the exact right range where you don't get punched by the Titan, and you can land those shots. If you get a little too close, you get punished. You get the trade consistently. Myrrin knows this. He's obviously played against many Titans before. He's a very game opponent here. And we'll see if he can adjust in this round here. They're going to play inside back mill instead. Myrrin lands a body shot. He's going to push on that. He's going to throw that trip mine out. Grabbing another special ammo shot here. He's playing a passive game, kind of holding the middle down here. He gets tagged up a little bit. He's really just holding the mid. He's keeping this objective. It offers some cover for him. He's losing that engagement, so he backs up. Nirvous is playing on the other side of the stairs, going up and down the stairs. Myrrin slide peeks that. He is absolute right there. Myrrin knows it. He doesn't rush that engagement, though. Instead, he pushes towards the objective. He's slowly capturing it now. This puts pressure on Nirvous again. We've seen this time and time again. He tags him with that last word. He almost has it fully captured. He doesn't fully capture it, though. Nirvous actually touches it on the corner just as he almost fully captured it. That was crazy. It was at 99%, I swear. It was almost 100% captured. And at the exact moment Myrrin stepped off of it, Nirvous stepped on it. He regained the capture point at that moment. And then it turned it into a close quarters combat engagement. Now, when it's really close range like that, it seems like Nirvous is getting the better of this engagement. He has the better subclass, the better kit, and he knows exactly how to play at that really tight range. Myrrin seems to want to play at a really mid-range right here. Oh my gosh, that was a really close engagement. I thought Nirvous might win that one. Nirvous takes a 2-1 lead here on the overtime map. We're going to zoom in on his gameplay now. That was almost a win for Myrrin there. The Behemoth melee hits you and it launches you in the air. Then you have to deal with the in-air accuracy penalty from the last word, so it's going to make it so much more difficult for you. If Myrrin can keep his boots on the ground, he obviously has lucky pants on as well. He's going to be able to land these last word shots and have just a much better, more consistent kill on Myrrin, or kill on Nirvous rather. All right, they're both sniping on back mill. Myrrin lands a body shot there. They're going to challenge. This has been the consistent battle we've seen between the two of them here. Oh, actually, it's yeah. Myrrin on the top here. Hawk Moon out for Nirvous. He lands one shot. They're both going to regain their health before re-challenging. Last word goes out. He's super weak. Myrrin's going to push for that finish. He jumps in the air. He doesn't care about the inner accuracy penalty. He knows that Nirvous is weak and that he can win that engagement. The penalty is there, but it's accurate enough that you can still consistently rely on the bullets landing close enough to your opponent when you're that close. Really good place from Myrrin to win that initial engagement from Nirvous and then continue to push the pace there and finish that. 2-2 on the overtime map. This is a crazy matchup. This has been a really heated matchup. That trip mine is going to go out on the wall. We'll see if Nirvous takes the time to actually shoot that off or if he just completely ignores it. Like he's going to choose to ignore it. No, he shoots it off now. That's very smart, just in case he actually has to run into that at some point in time. They're both going to scope in with their snipers. Myrrin picking up an extra shot. He also does have a super now. Supers are allowed. However, Myrrin had a gentleman's agreement in round 1 with Arbitizer that they would not use their supers. Might do the same thing here. Oh my gosh, that melee goes out. That is really tough to deal with. Myrrin getting a little too close to him and having to deal with all those abilities is very, very tough. Myrrin's playing a very gun-heavy strategy here. He's really trying to utilize the last word and snipers, and Nirvous is really utilizing his abilities as well. He's doing mostly, it seems like, leaning a lot into his abilities. He has the gunplay to back it up. Nirvous can land the snipes, Nirvous can land the hand cannon shots, but I think that he realizes that Myrrin's controller last word play is so much better than anything he can do with this Hawk Moon that he has to lean into his abilities. And you might think it's still, oh, it's cheesy, you know, using your abilities, like, that's not a skillful 1v1, but the reality is that Myrrin just has his number when it comes to this last word. If he were to meet him in the middle every single time, 99 times out of 100, out of 100 engagements, I think Myrrin would win the most of those. So Nirvous has no choice but to use these abilities to his advantage. Oh my gosh, I thought that snipe might land there. He's going to re-challenge that. All the abilities have been used. He was able to regain health, and he's able to win that engagement, as you can see there. So Nirvous using all those abilities, but it was unsuccessful to him. This is something we've talked about, and we've hit this time and time again as a topic to talk about through these 1v1s, is that even though the abilities are really powerful, good players know how to counter them. Good players can counter those abilities. They know when to disengage and not allow those abilities to kill them. Myrrin showing that at the highest level here, able to disengage from all these Prismatic Titan abilities, and now we got a 3-3 on the overtime map. Pressure nade goes out. It does not successfully land. They're going to push towards back mill. Myrrin knows that Nirvous has no abilities right now. He might choose to play extra aggressive because of it. He knows he can push him with this last word. However, if he's not careful, he's going to land in that knockout range once more and end up with that trade. And this time he does not, though. Myrrin shuts him down. A really good play from Myrrin there. Myrrin knows exactly what those abilities are now. You can see his immediate... Myrrin knows when he cuts that corner, Nirvous is going to be very aggressive, so he's going to immediately backpedal. It's a ebb and flow of pushing and disengaging to make sure you don't get too close to him. And don't let those abilities blow you up, damage you. It's 4-3. Both have their supers. Again, supers are allowed. I think they have a gentleman's agreement in this, though. They're not going to use it, so we'll see, though. You could always break that gentleman's agreement. It would not disqualify you from the tournament. I'm not encouraging that type of gameplay. I think it's better to keep, you know, some honor among thieves type of thing, but... yeah, let it be known that supers are allowed right now, and that if Myrrin really wanted to, he could just blade barrage him, or vice versa. Nirvous could throw out that Twilight Arsenal and just completely end it here. Or they could neutralize each other and trade. That does happen quite a bit. 4-3, they're going in the back of the mill. Myrrin has 3 sniper shots and his last word. If he continues to play this slow, though, he's going to feed Nirvous his abilities. As you can see there, Nirvous has gotten his thruster ability back, and so we know he's going to use that. That's going to create that strand ball wherever he leaves that. And now he's on the back here. He's tagging him up, and oh wow, Myrrin wins that. Great plays from Myrrin. He is just unstoppable with that last word. Yeah, that's crazy. Very good stuff.
Why?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Your utility uses, Jack, are just the best, genuinely.
Thank you.
No, that was a real clash of styles for sure. You could see how Myron's strengths are really that last word, and Nirvous has he has all great aim and everything. He's just not lacking in that department, but utilizing those abilities really helped him win so many different
I
rounds.
use main setup for sure. If he's
Yeah.
not a travel setup, I lose.
Okay, good. That was nice. Very respectful acknowledgement there. Great. Thank you for competing, Nirvous. You played really well.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate